we're getting something now. Go back and reselect the song.
Sound check. Mason JV against Beaver JV. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone, from Kettering Ice Arena in Kettering, Ohio. Welcome once again to Beaver Creek Battling Beavers Hockey. My name is Kent Jacobs. Tonight we've got junior varsity struggle between the Beaver Creek Beavers and the Mason Comets. These two teams, of course, are quite familiar with each other in their varsity contests that they've had against each other. And I was just commenting to our Mike Scott, our producer up here, and Dave Vandenboss, that the players on Mason are pretty much their varsity players. So I don't know that we're going to see too many different faces than what the Beaver varsity had faced. So we'll see how that goes.
Got our first comment.
Oh my goodness. That's JPS, 1 December. Let's go Creek. Thanks, JPS. You know who JPS is? I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out later in the game.
Yeah. Well, thanks, JPS. Nice to have you join us. We've got our engineer, Mike Scott, here, and our camera operator, Allison Corrigan. Again, I'm Kent, and we will be bringing you this JV contest. Beavers against the Mason Comets. Beavers coming off of the Miami Valley Freeze tournament that was conducted up at Hobart Arena in Troy over the weekend. Troy wound up winning. In case you didn't hear, the Troy Trojans did wind up winning that tournament yesterday. They defeated Springboro 3-2 in overtime, and there was some controversy as they played a 3-on-3 5-minute overtime, and the Trojans scored, but on the goal that the Trojans scored, the Springboro net got knocked loose. Well, of course, usually when a net gets knocked loose, the play is blown dead, and there's a face-off, but the referees in that instance yesterday judged that the puck went over the goal line before the net knocked loose, and so they counted the goal, and the Trojans were awarded the tournament. And a funny thing, the Springboro contingent in the crowd, I was there. I stayed after the Beavers game yesterday and watched the championship game. It's when they posed for pictures after the game, the Trojans, when they went out to center ice to pose with the championship trophy, one of the Springboro parents said, "Why isn't the referee out there with them posing for the picture?" Said, "Oh my goodness gracious." Here's J.P. Smith from the open draw shot, and a save is made by Grayson Atkins. J.P. slid into the boards. He's up. He's back on his feet. Grayson Atkins is in net for Mason, and Talon Patterson for Beaver Creek. Beavers are in their cream-colored sweaters, black trunks. The Mason Comets in the all black with the white and Kelly green trim. For the Comets, there's Cam Leist. He was checked by Wes Briding. Now here's Noah Best. He'll pass to center. It's intercepted by Brian Scott. Brian Scott into the Mason zone. He's checked by Mason Tyler. And racing across center is Kieran Rodway into the Beaver zone. Shot wide of the net. Puck is cleared down the ice. After it is Tyler, but unable to catch up to it before it crosses the goal line, and there will be a face-off. So I guess, since, I assumed, I look at junior varsity and, like in basketball or whatever, and it's a completely different roster. But obviously in hockey, there's not enough players to go around to have that. So in essence, here comes a breakout for Curve Miller all the way down the ice. He's going to shoot, and the save made by Adkins. But what a breakout by Curve Miller. Wow, he showed a burst of speed there. So he almost put one in. But what I was going to say is that because there's so many of these players, they all play on the varsity as well, that in essence this pretty much just turns out to what you would call a scrimmage. We call it junior varsity, but we might as well just call it what it is basically just a scrimmage, inter-squad scrimmage. Here's a shot that's taken by Grant Herr and a pad save for Patterson. Herr again wraps it around far side for Kennedy. Kennedy left point. His pass deflected away. Moving top of the slot is a shot by Cody Ruff, and that's steered aside. Playing 15-minute periods as normal. For the Beavers, Vandenbos dumps it down the ice, and that'll be an icing on Beaver Creek. Best and Rodway and Leist and Tyler on for the Comets. On for the Beavers, we got Smith, Scott, Compton, or Briding, and taking the face-off was J.P. Smith. And we also on the ice have Matt Haywood for Beaver Creek. There's, for Beaver Creek, I neglected to mention Craig Waldron. Craig Waldron on the ice. Puck carries into the Mason zone. Here's Wes Briding, a shot. Save made by Atkins. Briding behind the net. His pass reflects back to Noah Best. He clears it down the ice, and then it'll be icing against the Mason Comets. 11:55 to go in the first period, no score. Miller, Corrigan, McKiernan, Vandenbos, and Schrader on for Beaver Creek now. From the face-off, Liam Corrigan drops it off to Drew Vandenbos. For Curve Miller, he's tied up. Corrigan after it. It's banged around the far side to center. Racing after it for the Beavers is Evan Schrader. Schrader's ridden into the end boards in the Beaver Creek zone. And the Beavers start out. Here's Corrigan barreling into the Mason zone. He's checked from behind. There's a shot. Saved by Atkins. Loose puck far corner of the Comet zone. It comes straying right in front of the net. Now it's picked up for the Comets by Cam Leist. His pass is stolen by Curve Miller. Back into the Mason zone. Curve Miller checked by Mason Tyler. Loose puck picked up by Corrigan. A shot blocked in front. And now for the Comets is Noah Best. Best checked by Curve Miller. Best still has it. Best to center. Pass to Cody Ruff. Over the Beaver line. Checked by Evan Schrader. Loose puck picked up a shot. And it's wide of the Beaver net. Puck ricochets to center ice. Now back in for the Comets, Max Kennedy. He shoots and he scores. Max Kennedy with a quick wrister from the left wing after he had re-entered the Beaver zone, and the Comets take a 1-0 lead.
Comets goal scored by number 14, Max Kennedy. 15 number 960 in the first period.
Who got the assist, guys? Did you hear it? Okay. We'll get the assist later. Here's J.P. Smith into the Mason zone. He's looking for Wes Brighting. A shot, a tip in front, and the save made by Atkins. Rebound picked up by Ruff of Mason. Ruff drops it off to Kennedy. Pass at center. Kofer tips it in the Beaver zone. That's Alex Kofer. Beavers clear the zone. Tyler back to get it, but it'll be icing before he can pick it up. .9:13 to go in the first period. The Mason Comets in this junior varsity game. Oh, unassisted. Oh, okay. So Max Kennedy unassisted on the goal. Face off in the Beaver zone. Shot wide off the stick of Brendan Canham. Kieran Rodway wrestling around with Evan Schrader for the puck right near the Beaver blue line. Puck comes in front, and now Vanden Boss will clear it to center. Puck dumped right back in by the Comets' Noah Best. And now we've got a whistle. What do we have? The puck was referees confer, and I think well, I guess the puck went out of play, I guess. No penalty. They'll take the face-off back in the Mason zone with 8:45 to go in the first. From a draw, Drew Vandenbosch shot, and that's blocked in front. And cleared away. Now Mason Comets are guilty of icing violation. Comets 1-0 lead on an unassisted goal by Max Kennedy. There was a shot that reflected off the end boards to center ice. Max Kennedy brought it back in the Beaver zone and whistled a wrist shot from the left wing past Talon Patterson. Here's a shot from center, and Patterson covers it with Kieran Rodway barreling in, looking to try to get a shot at it, and the puck eluded Talon for a moment, but then he was able to smother it with the big trapping mitt. Face off in the Beaver zone. Shot from the draw is wide. There's Alex Kofer. He's checked. Loose puck far corner. After it for the Beavers, Waldron. Waldron looking to start out. His pass to center ice is off the stick of Wes Brighting. Puck dumped right back out by the Beavers. That was by Zach Vanden Boss.
That was JP's dad.
Oh, JP's dad? Oh, JPS. I got you. Okay. So thanks to James Smith for chiming in at the beginning of the game. JPS. There you go. That makes sense. Face off, and it's Drew Vanden Boss. Slides it off to the far wing boards. It's intercepted there by Cody Ruff. Max Kennedy a shot wide of the Beaver net. Loose puck picked up by Curve Miller, and he'll slide it down the ice. Back to get it. Kennedy, icing waved off. Max Kennedy has it stripped from behind by Curve Miller. And he gets a backhander in on the back door, trying to wrap it around the net, but Atkins able to make the stop. What a play by Curve Miller. He was able to pilfer the puck and very quickly wrap it around the net, and he got a backhand shot on. He almost scored. Face off in the Comet zone. Here come the Beavers. There's a shot by Vandenbosch. Stick save by Atkins. Corrigan holds it in. They chuck it around over in the far corner, the Mason zone. Noah Best is checked in the corner. Now the puck kicks free now to Grant Herr. Over the Beaver line, poke checked away by Corrigan. Mason Tyler chips at the puck, but it's cleared away. Brian Scott is after it, as well as Mason Tyler, but before Scott could catch up to it, it's icing against Beaver Creek. And we'll have a face-off. Right now we've got Brian Scott, we got J.P. Smith, and Zach Vandenbosch, Wes Breiting, and Matt Haywood on the ice for the Beavers, and Craig Waldron. .6:15 to go, first period, 1-0 Mason. Here's a tipped puck towards center. Here's Wes Breiting over the Mason line. Fans on a shot, then gets tied up by Max Kennedy. Loose puck, J.P. Smith. J.P. Smith is shoved aside by Kieran Wadray. Kieran Rodway. Then he's checked by Scott. Centers to Smith. A shot, and it's blocked. It's off a skate boot in front. Good chance for J.P. Smith. Now Brian Scott centers to Smith. Oh, and it just tipped wide. What a pass by Brian Scott on that play. Here's Kieran Rodway for the Comets, a shot, and it's caught head high by Talon Patterson. 5.5 to go in the period. 1-0, an unassisted goal by Max Kennedy. Number 14 on the Fighting Comets of Mason. Mason is a northern suburb of Cincinnati. There's a puck tipped on net from the face-off, and Patterson will stop it. Drew Vandenbosch, Evan Schrader back on for Beaver Creek. Face-off, Beaver zone. Here comes Liam Corrigan trying to fight off Rodway, but Rodway is able to tip it aside, and he rams Corrigan into the boards. Liam's back on his feet. Puck loose near the blue line, stripped away. Here come the Comets. Kieran Rodway after it. Behind the Beaver net. And it's kicked off to center ice, played by Noah Best at the center red line. Checked by Curve Miller. Rink wide pass, Mason Tyler, he lets it go. He thought that Ruff was going to grab it. Ruff takes a shot, and it's a pad save for Patterson. And the rebound is cleared away. After it, Brian Scott for the Beavers. He centers, but nobody's there. Wes Breiting a whack at the puck. It deflects off to the corner. It's rimmed around far side, and Schrader unable to hold it in, and now we'll have to chase it down. After it for the Comets is Alex Kofer. Kofer looks to make a play, centers. It's broken up. Holding it in the Beaver zone, Noah Best. Behind the net for Alex Kofer, trying to center it. And his pass to Mason Tyler off at the blue line goes all the way down the ice, and it'll be icing against Beaver Creek. 3:46 to go, first period. Maxwell Kennedy, the lone scorer of the game. We've got a few folks on hand today on a rainy, what is this, Monday afternoon. Here comes Curve Miller from the faceoff in his own zone. Into the Mason zone on the left wing. His shot is wide. And Cody Ruff dumps it down the ice. It's on goal, and a save made by Patterson, but the rebound just trickled across the goal mouth precariously. Ruff holds it in, but then it's tipped away by Liam Corrigan. Corrigan, he was working 1-on-3. He gets the puck swept away from him. Puck held in for the Beavers by Zach Vandenboss. He's poke checked away. Now a foot race down the ice. Rodway to Leist. He's checked. Loose puck, Curve Miller. A shot. Save, and the rebound is off to the side of the net. Brian Scott a whack at the puck is blocked by Tyler. Or maybe check that, Cam Leist. Brian Scott over for Miller, shot, stick save. Here is Max Kennedy. Kennedy, rink wide pass to Cam Leist. He is ridden into the boards there by Evan Schrader. Big hit by Evan Schrader. Now at center ice, a pass for J.P. Smith is off his stick. It's picked up there for the Comets by Gabe Todorov. At center, Kennedy over the Beaver line. Kennedy shot, and that's caught head high by Talon Patterson. 1:59 to go in the first period. Jared McKiernan back on the ice for Beaver Creek. Kofer and Hearn, Todorov, Kennedy, and that's another Kennedy. It's Seamus Kennedy. They might be Irish. He and Max. Seamus Kennedy, what do you think? Is that Irish? Here is Vandenboss. Drew Vandenboss, a shot wide of the Mason net. Todorov picks it up. Bangs it to center for Kofer. Kofer has a clearing on left wing, and he tries to slide it off to the side of the net. He really didn't have control of the puck. Beavers come back. Wes Breiting dumps it down the ice, and it's icing on the Beavers. $1:25 left in the first period. The Beavers trailing at 1-0. Brian Scott and Curve Miller. Liam Corrigan back on for the Beavers, along with Craig Waldron. And it looks like Ethan Malik. Or no, not Ethan Malik. That is Zach Vandenboss. Curve Miller picks it up for the Beavers over the Mason line. Trying to center it for Vandenboss. He's got a shot. Pad save. Rebound picked up for the Comets by Grant Herr, and back he comes. Over the Beaver line, but poke checked away by Zach Vandenboss. There's a one-time attempt by Cody Ruff of the Comets. He fanned on it. Then a shot from the left wing is wide. That was off the stick of Noah Best. Play continues. Comets have it at center. Herr checked by Breiting. Loose puck tipped to the Beaver line, then shoveled down the ice by Zach Vandenboss, and it'll be icing on the Beavers. 22 seconds to go in the period. Canham back on with Seamus Kennedy and Ruff and Max Kennedy and Cam Leister on for the Comets. Face off in the Beaver zone. J.P. Smith picks it up from his own face off, carries it through center. He's ridden into the boards. Over on the other side by Canham. Back is Max Kennedy over the Beaver line. Lost the handle. Max Kennedy wrestling with a Beaver player. Now a puck comes in front. Right at the buzzer. It's covered up at the top of the crease by netminder Talon Patterson, and that is the end of the first period. After one, it is the Mason Comets 1, the Beaver Creek Beavers nothing in this junior varsity scrimmage at Kettering Ice Arena. And the lone scorer in this game was Max Kennedy of Mason. An unassisted goal.
I have eight shots for Mason, 9 for Creek.
Oh, okay. And Mike Scott, our producer, tells me the unofficial shots favoring Beaver Creek 9-8. It was a clean period. There were no penalties. We'll get right back to it here in a few moments. After the game, we'll crown a 3 stars and a hard hat before we bid you adieu for the evening. Next varsity action for the Beavers is, when's the next varsity game? The 28th?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday the 28th. Now we will be carrying the alumni game, and that'll be on the 26th. So make sure you tune in for that. I think it's 5:30. That's on the 26th. Okay, everybody. Face off at center to kick off the second period. Brian Scott, a shot, pad save. Grayson Atkins. Grayson Atkins in goal for Mason. Talon Patterson for Beaver Creek. Patterson might get some business. Here's a shot. Oh, a fan on a big one-time attempt. Cody Ruff right in front of the Beaver net. He had a pass right to him, but just mistimed his shot a little bit. He was right in front of the Beaver net, and that would have been a tough chance for Talon on that play. J.P. Smith in the Mason zone for Waldron. Waldron lost it to center. Now here is Brendan Canham coming the other way. Canham looking to move the puck in front of the Beaver net. He's checked there. Gets a centering pass off. It's loose in front of the net. And I think Talon's got it. There's a pile up in front of the Beaver net. A scramble for the puck. But Talon, who's still down on the ice, he's getting back up now. He made a good stop on that play. 14:03 to go in the second. Face off in the left wing circle of the Beaver zone from the draw. Ruff back to Tyler. Shot. Pad save. Rebound still live in the Beaver zone. Puck was cleared by Corrigan to center. Here's Curve Miller. Trying to get around Noah Best. Centers. And Jared McKiernan was down on the ice right in front of the Mason crease. But Atkins was able to cover the puck for a face-off. Face-off and a shot from the draw, another save, another face-off. Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with producer-engineer Mike Scott, camera operator Allison Corrigan. for this JV Monday night game. Here's a shot from the draw. It's Vandenbosch. Shot is blocked. Kieran Rodway chips the puck to center for his teammate Grant Herr into the Beaver zone. A centering pass for Alex Kofer, but it's off his stick. Beavers come back. Corrigan over the Mason line. Liam Corrigan ridden into the end boards by two Comets. Puck held in at the left point by Vandenbosch. His pass intercepted by Noah Best. Can't clear it. Beavers hold it in. Now it's tipped to center by Rodway. Evan Schrader will dump it right back in behind the Mason net. Boy, it's interesting to be back at home ice when we were at Troy and we had that small little rink up there. It was just, it felt like a kiddie rink, really. But of course, Hobart's one of our favorite places to go. Just a beautiful place, and yeah, the rink is small, and that's kind of an adjustment. Puck picked up by Ruff. A shot, stick save by Patterson. Behind the net. Herr gets it back. Herr for Ruff. Ruff left wing circle. Ruff centers, nobody home for the Comets. Briding clears it for Beaver Creek. Back is Seamus Kennedy. Checked by Brian Scott. His pass intercepted, but then off the stick of Wes Briding. Seamus Kennedy for Grant Herr. Grant Herr, far corner of the Beaver zone centers, but it's deflected away, and here's Curve Miller. He's got a clearing right up the gut. Curve Miller, a shot, pad save, sliding across by Grayson Atkins. And we've got a whistle. That was another breakout attempt by Curve Miller. Curve has got the afterburners on today. Here he is again at the blue line. He'll dump it in the far corner. It bounds behind the net. Max Kennedy trying to clear it. Max Kennedy. The puck is chipped in front of the Mason net. McKiernan was after it, but got tripped up and goes down. Comets come back the other way. Here's Cam Leist on left wing. He gets a shot away wide of the Beaver net. Jeff Pitcher. And his pass is off a stick and over the glass. Big Jeff Pitcher, number 98. He's probably the biggest fella out there. Vandenbosch back on with Corrigan, Schrader, Briding, and McKiernan on for the Beavers. We got Ruff, Kennedy, Leist, Pitcher, and one other comment, and that is, we got both Kennedys. We got Max and Seamus. They're the other players out there. Here's Jeff Pitcher into the Beaver zone. Centering pass, Ruff, and it's off his stick behind the net. That play unfolded in slow motion. Here is Leist centering, and that's broken up by Liam Corrigan. Here he comes. Liam, pass ahead for Briding, intercepted by Max Kennedy. Enters the Beaver zone. He's got a clearing on left wing. Cuts behind the net. Max Kennedy. Centering pass deflects off to the far corner. There's a whack at it by Cody Ruff that's wide of the Beaver net. Pitcher gets poke checked away, and Kennedy has to chase the puck down in his own zone. Under 10 minutes to go in the second. 1-0. The Mason Comets in this JV scrimmage at Kettering Ice Arena. Pitcher back to get it. Behind his own net. Pass up ahead for Grant Herr. Over the Beaver line. Poke checked and cleared away. Now another poke check, this time by Wes Brighting. He hits a shot at the Beaver net, or at the Mason net, a shot. Save and a rebound save. Wes Brighting, great effort to steal the puck and get a couple of shots toward the Mason net. Now here's Grant Hurd dumping the puck in behind the Beaver cage. He runs Evan Schrader into the boards behind the net. Schrader picks the puck up. Schrader trying to start out. Fights off a check. Crosses left wing into the Mason zone. Schrader. He has it poke checked by Mason Tyler. Gets a shot away, and it's steered aside by Atkins. There's a shot by Curve Miller, and he scores! Curve Miller, and he does a little switchy-do thing, and now he and J.P. Smith collide at center ice. That ties the game. Curve Miller, how about that? What a game he's having this evening.
13 from 7.
So it was Curve Miller assisted by Evan Schrader. How about that? 1-1 the score.
Great goal scored by number 13, Curve Miller. Assist number 7, Evan Schrader. At 8:30 of the second period.
8:33 to go in the period, and puck is out of play. We'll have a face-off. So 1-1 the score. Liam Corrigan against Cam Leist. Broadway, a shot from the draw for Mason. It's caught by Talon Patterson. Corrigan against Leist again in the Beaver zone. Corrigan wins the face-off. Puck chipped to center. Wes Brighting after it. Seamus Kennedy comes away with the puck. Seamus, a pass for Cam Leist. Broken up by Wes Brighting. And he's knocked down. Loose puck Corrigan. He's poke checked. Broadway checked from behind by Corrigan. Loose puck, Kofer will dump it behind the Beaver net. It ricochets back in front. Picked up by Craig Waldron. Waldron check, tip, and a centering pass was wide. That was a nice play set up for Alex Kofer. There's a shot from Max Kennedy from the left point. Pad save for Patterson. Puck still live in the Beaver zone. Picked up by Zach Vandenboss. Zach crossing center ice. Zach over the Mason line. Still has it. Tries to center it for Corrigan, but it was behind him. He didn't know that puck was coming. Now here's Corrigan along the far side. He trips up and goes down. Gets the puck back. He shoots. And I believe Atkins got a piece of that one. Shot from a bad angle. 7:10 to go in the period. A centering pass in front. Brighting shoots. He scores! Wes Brighting! And the Beavers take a 2-1 lead. How about that?
Beaver Creek goal scored by number 2, Wes Brighting.
And there's a shot by Cody Ruff, and he scores.
Liam Corrigan and number 14, Craig Waldron.
So the Beaver goal was Wes Brighting from Corrigan and from Waldron, but unfortunately the Comets come right back and score. It's Cody Ruff, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Gabe Todoroff, long pass at center for Canham. Canham and pops the puck over the glass. And we'll have a face-off.
Goals for number 96, Cody. 6:21, second period.
Who did he say was the assist?
90s, I didn't get the assist. Who was the assist on that Mason goal? Unassisted.
Oh, okay. So that's Ruff unassisted. 2-2 the score with 6.5 to go in the second. So we're past the midway point of the game. Puck in the Beaver zone. Corrigan strips the puck away from her. Canham steals it at center. Comets look to start back. Grant Herr trying to leave it for Tyler. He's trips and goes down. Wes Briding back over the Mason line. His shot is caught by Grayson Adkins. 5:55 to go. We got Zach Vandenboss back on for the Beavers along with Craig Waldron. And Wes Briding, Liam Corrigan, Jared McKiernan on for the Beavers right now. Face off in the Mason zone. Vandenboss dumps it behind or into the far corner. Comets start back. For Mason, Grant Herr, check from behind. He has his pocket picked by Zach Vandenboss. Pass at center, intercepted by Gabe Todoroff of Mason. Todoroff back into the Beaver zone, left wing, stops in the circle, centers for a tip, and it's wide. He was looking for Mason Tyler. Puck rolls all the way down behind the Mason net. Big Jeff Pitcher back to get it. Pitcher has it chipped away by J.P. Smith. But Pitcher is able to catch back up to it and slip it back to center for Alex Kofer. Kofer checked from behind by Curve Miller. Loose puck, Kofer gets it back. Kofer tied up again. Grant Herr has it. Now for Kofer, back over the Beaver line. Slides it behind the net. It's taken away by Craig Waldron. Then he has it checked from behind. Centering pass by Pitcher is intercepted. But it comes over for Canham behind the net. Or check that, Rodway. Kieran Rodway centers. And it's tipped wide to the Beaver net. Here come the Beavers the other way. Getting it taken away from behind was Zach Vandenboss. Jeff Pitcher over the Beaver line. He's knocked down. Puck is loose right in front of the Beaver net. And now Patterson will go to his knees to cover the puck up. 4:08 to go in the second. 2-2 the score. For the Beavers, it's been Curve Miller and Wes Briding. For the Comets, it's been Max Kennedy and Cody Ruff, and that's R-U-F-F. Liam Corrigan against Cameron Leist. That's Cameron with a K from the draw. Max Kennedy, a shot toward the Beaver net is wide. From the end board, Schrader. Schrader trying to fight off Leist. Leist strips it, centers it. It's off the side of the cage and picked up by Liam Corrigan of Beaver Creek. Back he comes. Corrigan lost it off his stick to Leist. Here's Cam Leist dumping it back in the Beaver zone. Over in the near corner to pick it up and chase it down, Evan Schrader. He has it stripped by Leist. Leist centers for a tip, save, and Patterson able to cover it up. Whoa, what a nice play there from Leist. Centering the puck, and I think the one-time shot might have been taken by Kofer, but it was right on, and that was a well-executed one-time pass and shoot, but right at Patterson. He's able to cover it up. 3.5 to go in the period. 2-2 to score. Leist from the draw. Backhands it in front, but it's cleared away by Vanden Boss, and that's an icing against Beaver Creek. 3:23 to go in the second. Any new chats, guys? Oh, there are? Got a few chat messages. JPS says, good hustle, Brian, and Wes Briding, and Curve. Nice winner by Curve, and Wes, nice Liam assist to Wes. From Andy M. Andy M says, and Craig Waldron. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Mike. Thanks. Thanks for chiming in on the chats this evening, guys. Appreciate it. Nice to hear from everybody on this JV Monday. Kieran Rodway strips the puck away, centers it, but it's deflected behind the Beaver net and cleared away. After it is Gabe Todorov. Picks it up. Cuts behind his own net, shakes off Curve Miller. Long pass at center, off a stick of Grant Herr, picked up by Rodway. Back to Herr. Herr poke checked away, but he still has possession of the puck. Then stripped by Miller. Pass back to Cannon, rink wide. Todorov. Gabe Todorov through center. Over the Beaver line. Poke checked by J.P. Smith. There's a shot off the stick of Rodway that's blocked. Here's Brendan Cannon, left wing circle, centering, but intercepted by Drew Vanden Boss, and he'll ice it the other way. 1:57 to go in the second. Zach Vanden Boss, Wes Briding, Jared McKiernan, Liam Corrigan, and Craig Waldron back on for the Beavers. We got Leist, Kofer, Kennedy, Best, and Herr. Or check that, Pitcher on for the Comets. Pitcher centers the puck in front of the Beaver net, but it comes free to the corner for Cody Ruff. Back to Pitcher. Pitcher looking to center the puck, and it gets through the goal slot right in front, untouched. There's a shot by Cody Ruff that's wide. Puck ricochets to center. Back to get it as Pitcher in his own zone. Jeff Pitcher circles his own net. Long pass at center. Corrigan knocks down Leist. Leist and Briding and Corrigan all after the puck. Now it's Pitcher. Pitcher just likes to move in this smooth moves out there. He doesn't move too quickly. He just kind of deliberate.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Here is Pitcher in front of shot, and it's over the Beaver net. That was rough. Here's a shot in front, and it's blocked, and it might have been Patterson that stopped it, but it's cleared away. Now here's Jeff Pitcher. Checked into the boards at center by Corrigan. Picked up by Ruff. Stolen by Briding. There's Wes Briding. He shoots at the Mason net wide. Play has kind of slogged it down here a little bit, folks. Here comes Leist. Puck tipped ahead by Ruff. A shot, save, and the net is knocked loose by Cody Ruff. After a shot, 15 seconds to go in the second. And a face-off coming. The Kennedy brothers and Mason Tyler and Grant Herr back on for the Comets. And now here's Kieran Rodway. We got Brian Scott, we got Smith and Schrader and Vanden Boss and Curve Miller on for the Beavers. 5 seconds left in the period. Puck slipped to the neutral zone, and that'll do it for the second period. Good game, everybody. After 2, it is Mason 2 and Beaver Creek 2. We'll go over the scoring when I run some commercials. So we'll hear from some of our valuable sponsors. I want to hear what they have to say.
Some more comments.
Oh, got some more comments first? Okay. What do we have here, folks? Oh, the Real Saltine Cracker. The Real Saltine Cracker says, let's go Creek. Thank you, Saltine Cracker. And Nancy Jeske says, great to have more Beaver action tonight. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Nancy. Thanks, Mike. Okay, so we're going to step aside while they resurface the ice for some messages of interest. It's 2-2 the score, the Comets and the Beavers. Back in a few minutes. This is Beaver Creek battling Beaver hockey.
It takes a pro to stop termites. Call Go-To Pros Pest Control for the best protection in town. Steep price increase on your current plan? Call us for a second opinion and review. No termite protection? Don't wait till you find damage. Call Go-To Pros today.
Dayton MMA Academy. Family, honor, respect. Dayton, Ohio's elite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Self-Defense Academy. We offer classes for anyone and everyone of any skill level to be able to train and build confidence while getting in great shape. From striking to elite grappling, we're here to help you on your journey to a better life. If you're in the Dayton, Ohio area and looking for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Thai boxing, or submission grappling, or self-defense, we have an option for you. We offer private lessons and group classes. We encourage you to come try a free week of unlimited classes in our Beaver Creek, Ohio Academy. Do not just take others' words for it. Come experience the best atmosphere in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Dayton MMA Team Renzo Gracie. We're a proud sponsor of Beaver Creek Varsity Hockey. Go Creek! Concerned about dealing with your players' parents? Need advice on enhancing your players' game day performance? Want to know how to run an effective practice? Finally, a concise guide to help the youth sports coach succeed with players and parents. Hustle and Have Fun is the perfect book for coaches, players, and parents across all youth sports and outdoor activities. Written by retired Air Force Brigadier General and Beaver Creek head coach General Greg Gutterman, he's captured 3 decades of hockey coaching experience and put them into 7 practical recommendations for coaches of children, teen, youth, and young adult sports. From training to game day management to communicating with parents, this is your definitive blueprint for becoming an effective player-centric coach. You can do this in Coach Greg Gutterman's Hustle and Have Fun, and A Coach's Guide to Winning Over Players and Parents is your blueprint for teaching character through sports. If you lead, teach, or coach at any level, this is the perfect book for you. Hustle and Have Fun is available at Amazon.com, also BarnesandNoble.com, or at Books A Million or IndieBound. Dayton MMA Academy. Family, honor, respect. Dayton, Ohio's elite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and self-defense academy. We offer classes for anyone and everyone of any skill level to be able to train and build confidence while getting in great shape. From striking to elite grappling, we're here to help you on your journey to a better life. If you're in the Dayton, Ohio area and looking for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Thai boxing, or submission grappling, or self-defense, we have an option for you. We offer private lessons and group classes. We encourage you to come try a free week of unlimited classes in our Beaver Creek, Ohio Academy. Do not just take others' words for it. Come experience the best atmosphere in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Dayton MMA Team Renzo Gracie. We're a proud sponsor of Beaver Creek Varsity Hockey. Go Creek!
It takes a pro to stop termites. Call Go-To Pros Pest Control for the best protection in town. Steep price increase on your current plan? Call us for a second opinion and review. No termite protection? Don't wait till you find damage. Call Go-To Pros today.
2-2 the score between the Beavers and the Mason Comets in this junior varsity scrimmage game this afternoon, the evening. And the scoring in this game so far, the Mason Comets, Max Kennedy unassisted and Cody Ruff unassisted. The Beaver goals have been scored by Curve Miller, assisted by Evan Schrader. And Wes Briding assisted by Liam Corrigan and Craig Waldron. Kent Jacobs with you from Kettering Ice Arena, along with producer engineer Mike Scott and camera operator Allison Corrigan. Getting ready for the third period. The Comets are back on the ice. The National Hockey League schedule tonight. Washington will be at Boston. St. Louis will be at Detroit. Tampa Bay at Florida, Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, Montreal at Columbus, Buffalo at the Islanders, and Carolina at Nashville, Chicago at Minnesota, San Jose at Vancouver, Utah will be hosting the Dallas Stars. Anaheim will be facing the Ducks. The Ducks will be I just lost the screen. Sorry, folks. It'll be Dallas at Utah, then Anaheim at Vegas, the Rangers at New Jersey, and actually that game's already taken place. The New Jersey Devils shut out the New York Rangers 5-0, and Winnipeg Jets have defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-2 already today. Puck is dropped. We're on for the third period. 2-2. What a good game we have tonight. It was 1-0 Mason after one. The Beavers scored twice to take a 2-1 lead, but then immediately the Comets tied it right back up. Vanden Boss for Beaver Creek. Passes to the Mason line, picked off by pitcher to Ruff. Ruff stripped from behind by Brighting. Loose puck, Herr. Herr can't control it. Chipped ahead by Ruff. Stolen away by Brighting. And Wes Brighting gets a shot away over the Mason line, and it's caught by Grayson Atkins. Shots unofficially after 2 periods of play, favoring Beaver Creek 17-16. McKiernan and Miller, Waldron, Vanden Boss on the ice. Or check that, Corrigan and Vanden Boss for Beaver Creek. Back is Waldron. Waldron has the puck stripped from behind by one of the Comet players, and he goes down. Waldron clears it to the blue line. It's picked up by Curve Miller. Into the Mason zone, a shot in and out of the trapping mitt of Atkins. Corrigan drops it back to the point. Waldron. Return pass is behind Corrigan. Chasing it down, Miller behind the net. Curve Miller, poke check by pitcher. Loose puck picked up by Kofer, can't clear it. Curve Miller gets a shot away. It's blocked, and here's Ruff the other way into the Beaver zone. Ruff fans on a centering pass. He drops it back to the point for Seamus Kennedy. Kennedy bangs it off the end boards. Ruff has it, side of the net. Ruff trying to stuff it in. It's stopped by Patterson, and we'll have a face-off. Puck, or actually the net came loose. Face off in the right wing circle of the Beaver zone. Cam Leist won the draw but left and drops it back for Seamus Kennedy. He fans on his shot. Loose puck, J.P. Smith. Bumped off the puck by Tyler. It's loose at the blue line, and chasing it down at center is Seamus Kennedy. Seamus on left wing, back over the Beaver line. He'll tip it in front. It's reflected right back to the blue line. Picked up by Cam Leist. Centering pass intercepted by Wes Brighting, who'll clear the puck. And that'll be an icing on the Beavers. Curve Miller, Liam Corrigan, Jared McKiernan back on for the Beavers. Weiss, Tyler, Canham, Kennedy. on for Mason. From the draw in the Beaver zone, puck tipped behind the net, Evan Schrader. Schrader for McKernan, it's off his stick. Comets regain possession, centering pass is behind Mason Tyler right in front of the Beaver net. There's Canham in the corner. Canham tied up by Schrader. Loose puck, Tyler. Trying to chip it toward in front of the Beaver net. It's taken away by Corrigan. Here he comes, Liam Corrigan. Checked by Seamus Kennedy. Corrigan gets it back. And there's a shot by Vandenboss of Beaver Creek. And the save is made. And with the stoppage, new Beavers on. Zach Vandenboss, Brian Scott, J.P. Smith, Wes Breiting, Craig Waldron. .46 to play in the game, and it's 2-2 to score. At least it's 11:46 left in regulation. If this game is tied, I don't know if they'll have an overtime or not. It might depend on what time it is. Here's big Jeff Pitcher into the Beaver zone. Right wing Pitcher centers, and it gets through the slot untouched. Here come the Beavers the other way. It's Zach Vandenboss to J.P. Smith. Smith over the Mason line, checked by Pitcher. He shoves Pitcher into the corner boards. Kind of a size mismatch there. But he got the job done. There's a centering pass stolen by Wes Breiting, and he gets a shot off, and the save made by Adkins. Big chance for Wes Breiting, stealing what was a clearing pass. And he got a very good quality chance at the net. The other way here is Ruff. Back to Pitcher. Pitcher right point. Looks to tee one up. He gets checked there by Brian Scott. Behind the net for Herr. Rims it off to the far side for Best. Noah Best has it chipped away. And we've got a breakout, and it's going to be a tripping. Is there no tripping call there? You know, we haven't had a penalty in this game yet, and if that wasn't a tripping penalty, then I'll shave my head. That was pretty ridiculous. So there's a shot and a save by Patterson. Back comes Curve Miller over the Mason line. Curve bumped off the puck. It comes loose to the blue line, and Evan Schrader helped to dump it back in offside. Beavers get out of the zone. Now there's an icing. Face off the left wing circle of the Mason zone. Puck was dropped. Here come the Comets. Mason Tyler dumps it in the Beaver zone. Back to get it is Quinn Rodway, another brother duo on this Mason team. There's a shot at the Beaver net and a pad save for Patterson. Rebound still live in the Beaver Creek zone. Puck centered again. It's broken up by Patterson. Here's Leist. Bangs it off the wall to Mason Tyler. He chops it toward the net. It's wide. Rodway dumps behind the net. It's off the stick right back to him. And he lost it. Curve Miller had it momentarily. Here's Jared McKernan. Jared McKernan the other way. He'll dump it in the Mason zone. Back to get it. Canham. Up for Rodway. Poke checked away by Vandenboss. Loose puck is picked up for the Comets. by Todorov. There's Gabriel Todorov. Racing Curve Miller down the ice, and Curve makes him veer off back to center. Here's Leist, couldn't control the puck. Todorov again at the red line. Over the Beaver blue line. Checked by Brian Scott. Scott will shovel the puck to center. Brendan Canham back to get it for Mason. 2-2 the score. We're approaching the midway point of the third period. Wes Breiting dumps the puck behind the Mason net. Todorov back to get it. Todorov gets around Breiting. Todorov checked by J.P. Smith and Brian Scott. Loose puck Leist into the Beaver zone for Rodway in front of shot. And the save is made by Patterson. 7:27 to go in the third. It'll be her against J.P. Smith. Smith wins the faceoff. Puck shot to center. Dump back in the Beaver zone. Vandenbosch back to get it, or checked out Waldron. Up ahead, Breiting, Wes Breiting. He dumps it in wide of the Beaver net. He had J.P. Smith off to his left in a clearing, but he didn't see him. Puck ricocheted to center ice. Back is Zach Vandenbosch. Rink wide Scott. Brian Scott slides it in the Mason zone. Dumped right back to center. Waldron for the Beavers, for Breiting. He'll dump it in. There's her to Seamus Kennedy. He dumps it in the Beaver zone to our right with 6.5 to go. And here comes Wes Breiting. Rink wide pass reflects off teammate Brian Scott. J.P. Smith picks it up. He has it taken away by Kennedy for her over the Beaver line. Shot, and it's off the mitt of Patterson and off the glass, over the glass. We'll have the face-off. 6:05 to play in the third. Oh.
JP's dad.
JP, hey, JP's dad says go Minnesota Wild. No, not really. Slash Dog, we got Nancy Jeske. Slash Dog, just tuned in. Great to see Kent and the crew covering the JV game. Thank you very much, Slash. Nancy Jeske says, great to have the action night. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Nancy. JPS says go Minnesota Wild. And good job, Craig. Well, thanks a lot, JPS. I don't know about that Minnesota Wild business, though. St. Louis Blues. That is that's the team of choice up here. Here is Evan Schrader. Schrader over the line. I'll tell you, JP, the Minnesota Wild, they're having a great season. I'll grant you that. The Wild are having a great year. And the officials really are just puck droppers tonight. They clearly have, as they say, have the whistles in their pockets, as they have called no penalties tonight. There's been a few times where we would think, oh, there's a penalty, but nope. I think we have a couple of inexperienced refs out here that are just kind of getting their feet wet. Puck is cleared all the way down in the Beaver zone. Waldron back to get it. 4:20 to play. Waldron ridden down to the ice. Loose puck at center. Picked up by Seamus Kennedy. Tips it in the Beaver zone. And we finally have a whistle and it's offside. So, offside on Mason. Face-off will be just outside the Beaver blue line, and it'll be Kieran Rodway against J.P. Smith. No, it'll be Grant Herr winning the draw for Mason. So Rodway, he'll dump it in on goal. Puck is stopped by Patterson, turned off to the side of the corner. There's Jeff Pitcher for Mason, centering for Herr, and couldn't get a tip, a one-time tip on that centering pass. Puck still in the Beaver zone. Max Kennedy fires, and it's knocked down by Patterson, and he'll hold on to it. 3:40 to go in the third. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Nice to hear from everybody in the chats, and I hope you'll all join us for the alumni game December 26th, day after Christmas at 5 o'clock. I think it's 5 or 5:30. That'll be a lot of fun. Then the next Beaver varsity game will be Saturday night. Pitcher tips the puck back in the Beaver zone offside. We'll have another face-off. 3:29 to go. Grant Herr against Liam Corrigan. Liam wins the faceoff. Back for Vanden Boss, tipping the puck to center. Vanden Boss over the Mason line to Curve Miller. Sidesteps a check, shoots! And a save made by Atkins off his big leg pad. Nice move by Curve Miller. What a game he's played tonight. Jeff Pitcher tips the puck to center. It goes all the way down, and it's icing on the Mason Comets. 3:05 to go. Again, our scoring, the Beavers scoring, Curve Miller, Wes Briding, and Mason, Max Kennedy, and Cody Ruff. Face off in the Mason zone. Comets win the draw. Here's Ruff. Across center into the Beaver zone with Herr and Kofer. Shot. And it's caught by Talon Patterson. And we'll have another face off. Noah Best back on for Mason along with Canham. Beavers, Wes Briding, Brian Scott, Vanden Bosch, Schrader, Smith. From the draw. Here comes Brian Scott across center into the Mason zone. He's checked by Canham. Loose puck. Kofer, poke checked away by Vanden Bosch. He in turn is checked. They fight forward along these near boards with 2.5 minutes to play. Brian Scott, and had a chance. He had the puck in front of the net, but tips it to the corner. And it's cleared away. Back is Drew Vanden Bosch. Canham beats him to it. Here's Brendan Canham behind the net, tied up with Vanden Bosch. Canham unable to center the puck, and here comes another chance for Canham. A shot. He actually centered for teammate Ruff, but he was unable to get his stick on it. They fight forward along the near wing boards. Here comes J.P. Smith for the Beavers. Checked from behind by Tyler. Smith still has it. Shoots. Blocker pad save by Atkins. J.P. Smith trying to wrap it around off the end boards, and it's off the side of the net. 1:40 to go. Here come the Comets. Puck dumped in by Kieran Rodway. Centers for Ruff. It's broken up. Tyler couldn't control it. It's cleared down the ice. Back to get it, Kieran Rodway. 1:20 to go. Rink wide pass for Noah Best. Return pass broken up to the boards. Tyler back to get it. And his pass at center is chucked right back in the Mason zone by Vandenbos. 1 minute to go in regulation. 2-2 the score. Here's Grant Herr, gets around a check. Racing across left wing into the Beaver zone. Pulls the trigger, and it's wide of the near post. Here's Cam Leist. Max Kennedy looking for the puck. It tips away to center. Comets circle back, trying to get another rush toward the net. Here's Herr. Lost an edge and goes down. Loose puck, Seamus Kennedy to Leist. Leist to Max Kennedy. Max Kennedy will dump it in. 20 seconds left. Leist rims it behind the net for Kennedy. And his pass intercepted. Back comes Curve Miller. Miller checked by Seamus Kennedy. Loose puck at center. Leist will dump it in the Beaver zone. And just a few seconds left. Waldron after the puck, and that will do it for the third period. So we'll find out now what happens. So no overtime, that'll do it. So 2-2, the final score. Today they will not do any overtime. What was your final shots, Mike?
21 Creek, 22 Mason.
So final shots unofficially favor Mason 22-21. Again, the scoring on the game. First period for Mason, it was Max Kennedy unassisted. And after one, it was 1-0 Comets. Second period, the Beavers came back. It was Curve Miller assisted by Evan Schrader. Made it 1-1. And then Wes Brighting got a goal, and that was assisted by Corrigan and by Waldron. And that made it 2-1 Beavers. But then just a few moments after that, it was Cody Ruff unassisted to tie the game up at 2-2. That's how it ended. No scoring in the third period. The 3 stars for the game. Let's figure this out here. Let's give the let me look at the rosters. That's kind of hard to tell. Let's give the number 3 star of the game to we're going to give the number 3 star of the game to Cody Ruff of Mason for tying the game up. The number 2 star of the game, we will give that to Wes Brighting of Beaver Creek for scoring. The number 1 star, we're going to give that to Curve Miller. Curve played a heck of a game, scored a goal, and made a number of nice breakout plays throughout the evening. Hard hat, let's see who we want to give the hard hat to tonight. I'm giving the hard hat tonight to Liam Corrigan. Liam was knocking guys around out there, and he played a good game. So we'll give the hard hat tonight to Liam Corrigan. And again, the 3 stars, Cody Ruff from Mason. Number 2, Wes Brighting, Beaver Creek. And the number 1 star, Curve Miller from Beaver Creek. So that'll do it from Kettering Ice Arena as we wrap things up on a Monday evening. It was a fun game as we get ready again for the alumni game, the 26th. What is that, 5 o'clock? Okay. I don't know if it's on the schedule. Is it on the schedule?
that game is at 6 o'clock.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Okay. Okay, and that's the 26th at 6 o'clock.
And then Saturday the 28th at 3:10.
Saturday the 28th at 3:10.
Yep, at the Chiller.
Oh, at the Chiller.
Springfield, yeah.
Oh, who do they play?
The Springfield Toledo Blue Devils.
Oh, Springfield Blue Devils, but Springfield out of Toledo.
Yeah.
They do that just to confuse us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the next varsity game.
You know, what we need to do to counteract that is start a Toledo High School in Springfield. Okay, folks. Well, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Any ending chats?
No.
Nope. Okay. Thanks to everybody who participated in the chats. We look forward to hearing from you either during the alumni game on the 26th or the next game on the 28th. So, speaking for our camera operator, Allison Corrigan. Do you want to take him out? No? And and for our producer engineer, Mike Scott, Kent Jacobs again, final score. The Comets 2 and the Beavers 2. Until the 26th, we bid you good evening from Kettering Ice Arena. Have a good night, everybody.